Welcome back from break, everyone. We missed you guys. It's Monday, January 4th, and don't forget, it's 2016. I'm Maggie Rulli, and Channel 1 News starts right now. Let's start off with headlines, and first up, people in the Midwest continue to battle with massive flooding along the Mississippi River. In some areas, the rivers are receding and cleanup is underway, but in others, the water continues to rise. The Mississippi River is hitting record high levels in the state of Missouri, but the giant flood wall that protects the city of Cape Girardeau is still holding on. Outside that wall, it's a much different story. In low-lying areas, the water cannot be stopped. Homes are submerged. On the other side of the river in Illinois, hundreds of homes are deep in water. The governor is urging people to voluntarily leave and not take any chances.
Hypothermia is a big risk, and we've got folks, waiting around their homes in knee-deep water.
The flood water is receding in St. Louis, and many major roadways are open again. But the high water is now moving south, and people in those areas are getting ready. Moving on to the country of Saudi Arabia. Over the weekend, the Saudi government executed 47 people, making it the largest mass execution since 1980. The move did not go over well with neighboring countries, who are now protesting the killings. Saudi state-run television reported all 47 men killed in the mass execution were members of al-Qaeda. One of them was prominent Shia Muslim cleric Nimr al-Nimr. But his followers say he was a peaceful reformist who opposed violence. And the news of his death sparked a wave of protests around the region, highlighting the tensions between the Shia Muslims and Sunni Muslims, two groups who are at odds with each other. In Bahrain, protesters turned violent as police fired tear gas. In Saudi Arabia, men and women took to the streets to chant. Protesters in Iran broke into the Saudi embassy in Tehran yesterday, setting fires and throwing papers from the roof. The move forced Saudi Arabia to cut diplomatic ties with Iran. And last up, we head to Oregon, where there's a standoff between ranchers and the government. And the ranchers say it's all about their rights being taken away. It all started with a peaceful protest over the weekend to support ranchers. But then things grew more serious when militia groups from out of state took over a government building. Many ranchers feel the Hammonds, a father and son who are being ordered to go back to jail, are being unfairly treated and face overly harsh charges, especially because the Hammonds have feuded with the government for many years. In 2006, the Hammonds said they were trying to control wildfires from spreading and to stop invasive plants when they set fires. But prosecutors claimed the fires were set to hide poaching. The pair were convicted and both went to jail. But then, in 2014, prosecutors appealed the sentence, saying the jail term wasn't long enough. So now, they must go back to jail for up to 5 years. That's what angered the other ranchers and militia groups, drawing the attention of the Bundys, a Nevada ranching family that had an armed standoff with the government in the past. They say they won't leave this federal building until ranchers' rights are protected. The Hammonds are not involved in the building takeover, and they say they'll turn themselves in peacefully before today's deadline. Dwight Hammond says that at his age, it will be a life sentence.
This makes it over for me. Don't know what to say. It just seems like a little overreach for having burned 127 acres.
All right, coming up, new year means new laws, and we've got a rundown of all of them, including one about earbuds.
Fruitocracy. For the free. Free to be heard. And free to be unique. The squeezable fruit pouch made from the real fruit you want and free of what you don't. All new Fruitocracy.
Teaching a kid football is one thing. Keeping a kid in school, that's the name of my game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me.
For giving us.
The chance to play.
To learn.
To grow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me
The ability.
the skills.
The power.
To grow up and be
Whatever.
Anything.
Everything.
I want to be.
And everything I am today.
RBI stands for Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities. But to its thousands of participants across the country, it's so much more than baseball. This is beyond opportunity. This is beyond baseball.
Well, a new year means new laws going into effect across the country, and Tom's here with the highlights.
Yeah, Maggie, from gun control to credit cards, there are hundreds of new laws in place for 2016. Here are some of the most talked about. Kicking off the new year, in Texas, a new open carry law allows people with concealed weapons permits to wear a holstered gun in most public places.
It's going to be a learning process. There's going to be some growing pains here at the beginning. I'm sure there'll be some people that are a little startled, possibly by the sight of someone carrying openly.
On the West Coast, California tightened its gun laws, banning firearms in or around schools, even for holders of concealed weapons permits. BB and pellet guns sold in the Golden State will have to be a bright color, like pink, to make clear they're not real. And miles away in Hawaii, a new first-in-the-nation law is raising the legal smoking age from 18 to 21 for cigarettes and electronic smoking devices.
So our youth survey shows that a 4-fold increase happened in public high school students who use e-cigarettes, from 5% in 2011 to 22% by 2015.
Tennessee becomes the first state to create an online registry of people convicted of animal cruelty.
If you're going to pull a dog behind a truck, if you're going to burn a cat, if you're going to do severe animal cruelty, then there needs to be some consequences to your actions.
Other new laws taking effect across the country, Washington, D.C. is banning styrofoam food containers. California has banned drivers and bicyclists from wearing earbuds in both ears or resting them on your ears, closing a legal loophole. Parents in North Carolina can freeze their children's credit reports to prevent identity theft. And check this one out, even flapjacks made the list in 2016. One California fire department thought they were being taxed too much for their fundraiser pancake breakfasts. For every $1,000 they raised, they'd pay about $100 in sales taxes. But they thought they should get to keep all of the money they earned from their fundraisers.
We can actually use those to benefit our operations here, keeping the lights on in the station or buying equipment for our rigs.
So they proposed a law allowing California fire departments to do just that.
It made its way through. We're really proud of it.
And lawmakers in California's government thought the idea was pretty sweet. There you have it. Happy 2016. My favorite, definitely the pancake law.
It would be, Tom. All right, coming up, from new laws to a new you. We've got tips on how to keep your New Year's resolutions on track just ahead.
Kudos on the water.
It talks.
Look up, look right, look left. Now look down. The fountain's talking to you.
Refreshing, isn't it? You know, when this is all over, I could recommend several excellent public restrooms.
Hey girl, heard you and your boyfriend split.
Hey, I saw you change your status to single.
Go to him, beg him to take you back.
I'm here for you. Us girls have to stick together.
When you post online, it's like opening your front door to, well, everyone. If you need help, call 1-800-448-3000 or visit yourlifeyourvoice.org for safe, private online chat.
A new year means a fresh start. And Asia, you hit the streets to find out what kind of resolutions people are making for 2016.
Yeah, Maggie, and we heard some great ideas on how to make this new year even better than the last. Check it out.
Have you ever made a New Year's resolution?
Yes, last year I made one.
And it was basically I wanted to travel more.
Doing better in school.
Be in the gym more, eat healthier. That's mine this year.
Every January, an estimated 40% of Americans make New Year's resolutions, goals that people make to better themselves.
We do it every year.
And this New Year tradition isn't new at all. In fact, it dates back about 4,000 years to ancient Babylon, where people celebrated a new year by making promises to their gods, vowing to pay off debts or return borrowed possessions. But good intentions can be hard to keep. In a study by the University of Scranton, only 8% of those who make a resolution actually keep it.
You know, it's the start of a new year, but most people don't really stick to it. They usually go a few weeks and then mess up.
The key may be in the palm of your hand. A lot of smartphone apps are aiming to turn ambition into actuality. The Walk is like an Xbox game for exercise. The Club Kindness app builds positivity into a habit.
I want to give myself some extra incentive, so I'm going to risk my own money.
Users of the mobile app, Stick, put money on the line and have a referee track the progress.
We take your credit card information up front so that we can charge you as soon as we hear that you weren't successful.
If you keep your resolution, you keep your money. And if not, you can choose whether the money goes to a friend, foe, or a charity.
We don't let you choose what charity your money would go to because we don't want you to feel better about having been unsuccessful at your goal.
That's a good idea. It gives you ambition to keep your resolution, but even if you don't, it goes to a good cause, so that's good.
And a good way to start an happy new year. And experts say you're more likely to keep your resolution if you make a specific goal and write it down.
All right, I'm inspired. I'm gonna try to get more sleep this year.
Nice.
All right, what about you guys? Did you set any resolutions? Well, we want to know. Head on over to channel1.com, and if you did set a resolution, make sure to leave what it is in the comment section. All right, well, that's a wrap on our very first show of 2016. But before we head out, we're going to take one last look back. You guys sent us some awesome posts over the break using the hashtag #CH1Jolly.
'Tis the season to be jolly, jolly, jolly. From the Christmas trees to the decorations, dressing up, and the dance moves. Holiday festivities were in full force over the break. Not even the Grinch could stop you from taking a selfie. From Wyoming to Iowa, the Channel 1 squad was all over the country, spending time with family, friends, and food.
Clap your hands with New Year's cheer, New Year's cheer, New Year's cheer. Clap your hands with New Year's cheer. It comes around just once a year.
Wave your arms with New Year's cheer, New Year's cheer, New Year's cheer. Wave your arms with New Year's cheer. It comes around just once a year.
Good morning, Shafer Sharks. I'm Emma along with
Nyona,
Skylar,
and Tommy.
And it's Monday, January 4th, Day A. Welcome back and Happy New Year. We hope you resolve to have an awesome 2016. And now, would you please rise for the pledge to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may now be seated. Please listen to our morning announcements.
Today's weather, sunny today with a high of 33 degrees. It's feeling like winter now. For lunch, head cook's choice. Dessert, cook's choice again, along with your original healthy milk. Happy birthday to Irene, Peter, who celebrates her birthday today. Let's hear that birthday song.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Roll your windows out and make your wishes come true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The library is closed today. I repeat, the library is closed.
Today's Sharks announcements.
Prior to the reindeer hitting the shingles, our Lady Sharks faced off against the Junior Owls from Snyder. Early on, no one hit a bucket as the score was 0-0 for over 3 minutes. Haley Keenan hit a 3, and we went into halftime trailing 13-9. As our shots failed to find the net, Snyder scored 13 to lead 26-14 after the third quarter. A fast-paced fourth quarter had us come up short in the 32-21 loss. Our Sharks couldn't stop the 6-game winning streak that the Junior Owls were on. Leading scorers were Haley Keenan and Katie Sullivan, each scoring 10 points. Practice will be today until 5 p.m. Go Sharks! And here's Skylar.
Attention Reading Olympics. We will be meeting on Wednesday this week in the library. Since it will be a shortened homeroom, you need to report to the library right away after checking into homeroom. We will be finalizing teams and need all of you who are definitely going to participate to be there. I repeat, if you do not attend this meeting, we will assume you are no longer interested. Any questions, please see Ms. Sabatini.
Attention cheerleaders. Please remember you have a practice after school on Tuesday and Thursday until 4:20. Please report to the cafeteria after school.
7th grade girls, you will be reporting to room 221 this week instead of going to Mr. Allen's class. Please look at the list on the door of 221 to see what side of the homeroom you should go to. Also, 7th grade boys, you will be in PE all week. You will not report to Mr. Allen. All 8th grade health classes will be reporting to Mr. Allen's room.
Yoga is a great way to stretch, relax, and build your inner and outer strength. Starting January 19th, we will be having yoga after school. Please come see the nurse to get a permission slip or if you have any questions.
That concludes the show for today. Make this year a good one. Keep it classy, stay beautiful.
Tap your toes with New Year's cheer. New Year's cheer. New Year's cheer. Tap your toes with New Year's cheer. It comes around just once a year.